Quick announcement to say here. Sadly, guys, it's that time of the month again where my throat decides to stiffen up and give me a bad time. I hope this is not related to that one time earlier where I had to pick up a dead rat, even though I did it with gloves. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. But the thing is that I live in a dry room, and ever since my parents decided to seal up this room, dry air kind of causes a dry, stuffy throat, and it irritates one part of my nose. And that's why I skipped school today because I thought I was sick, and it's kind of sad. I know many of my friends told me just to drink a bunch of like hot water and stuff, but it's back again, so I'll be weathering this for a few weeks. Today was block schedule, so I did miss a lot of work, even though I was able to finish up two major projects. One was a major Spanish project announced today. The other one was a science project. And they're all done, and I'm definitely happy that they're done, even though I also have accommodations for missed work on Wednesday. It's only 3 periods, and I can handle this the best. So, but today is where I'm going to announce two different plans. The first part is what I call the modernization efforts and the social leap forward. These modernization efforts will help revamp internal problems that have been going on. Problems that I'm naming are my bad sleep caused by online usage and homework. Future plans to make new future friends next year for junior year. That means getting better sleep so I have more social energy. Next thing I got are major improvements on diet because sleep has a direct effect on whether I have time in the morning to wake up or not. If I don't wake up in the morning, I'm not going to be able to cook lunch and I'm going to be hungry all day. It's going to be a crash diet, right? We can't have that. Next thing I got is that lack of social energy, obviously, and my goal here is to also learn more Italian on the side. Well, mainly learn more Italian. But I will combat these by sleeping more, ramping up these social skills used over this year, and learning to actually wake up early. Then to also foster more new social interactions and by applying to many school positions that are available to me next year. That means applying for Associated Student Body. That means applying toward Jesus Cup. That means applying toward another random poster that says we could do this or that. Apply to that too. Sleep is one of the main stoppers here that's kind of stopping me, so I'm going to help on that. Other future measures that are also going to be in place are the modernization efforts too. That means ramp up the editing skills, learn the real life things, guys, like filing taxes and learning how to manage money and the economy. That'll be later on. For now, I'm still going to enjoy it. What I also call here is Project Secret Italian. It's today's new announcement because of my Spanish teacher announcing a new imperfect tense project. And I'll be using a template and sneaking in an Italian sentence right at the end. And it's very similar to Spanish imperfect tense, but just a few little differences. So the Italian sentence is Quando ero bambino, io andavo in bicicletta perché mi padre mi ha insegnato le abilità motorie. I think I kind of have like a I'm saying that. I should have said the CI in Cicicletta as Cicicletta because of Italian's palatalization. But our goal here is to make it sound as Spanish as possible so that my teacher can have like those first 5 minutes to think it's Spanish, but later on he's going to think that, oh no, that was not actually Spanish at all. And it sounds exactly like Spanish. And during the next presentation on April 27th, I'm going to sneak that in right at the end. The teacher might notice, but he might pass it off as different Spanish, for example. But only the goal here is to make him realize that I actually spoke a different language all the way at the end after, like, let's say the class interruptions. But if he knows, then it's whatever. But unlike other projects we've had, this one's going to be very simple. This is just a sentence that if I can memorize it and the teacher can pass it off as Spanish, like, that's great. It's going to be a highlight. And if anyone wants to see that sample presentation and my presentation for it, I'll link it below. Feel free to comment any improvements. I'll view it tomorrow. As for the ASB and Jesus Club applications and other things I'll be applying to, I've already set ground for ASB and filled out the new application for it. Jude, wish me luck on that, please. Logistics, if anyone wants to know, I might never view that Google documents ever again, is that the first tab on this Google questionnaire is the info section. Like putting in your school stuff, putting in like your number, putting in all like your stuff. That's the good stuff, obvious stuff they need to know you. The second tab is the short questions, where the committee wants to kind of like dig into who you are. What position do you think you're going to fit the best in? These are the short questions that determine who you are and like what's going to happen. And the next one, but the next one is the third tab is a Google Classroom code where a teacher coordinator put in a required code that we have to put, and it'll lead us to Google Classroom. And in that classroom, after we input the code, there's a video assignment that we have to make for the position that we want. That's to be less than 5 minutes. And yes, I'm going to make this video public if anyone wants to see it, and it's going to be a secondary highlight of next week. If I get accepted, yay! If I get rejected, yay! But that's the thing. I'm going to be making a second part to a lot of this, but tomorrow just expect like the same like regular thing, like a box schedule was like great yesterday. Whatever.